Yeah.
makes sense.
I got you.
And that's part of the reason that I asked for everyone to have a second character ready today, just in case your character died or you want to retire it.
Pig but taller. He's a medium creature.
I was actually thinking about doing another goblin, but just taller.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
But I wouldn't know it.
Or
Fucking
you
hobgoblin.
constantly casting large on yourself. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Well, because there is like some.
Only my head keeps getting bigger.
From what I've seen, there's pretty good builds with like a goblin rogue, but I don't know if I want to do that.
Rogues are absolutely broken.
Yeah.
Rogues are the best DPS class in my opinion.
I agree. So we'll start over here with Mason, since you know most of you guys brought a secondary
I want to
character.
know exactly like what your stuffs are, so I know what role.
And hold on, let me kind of put the setting, I guess, for where I'm going to place you guys next. You guys are going to start out. It's not going to be a port city. It's going to be a landlocked city. It's going to be on the. So the way that the human continent is it's like there's like a large landmass on the very like northern end of it, and there's almost like a small land bridge that kind of connects it to the larger southern landmass. You guys have, for the most part, been on the southern landmass, and you guys went from kind of the southern tip to about midway through that land. So
Are we going to start on the other side of the bridge?
Yes, on the other side of the bridge in the human lands, unless you guys are going to be choosing to play mostly like a dwarf gnome heavy group, in which case we will relocate you guys to the other continent where more of the dwarves and the gnomes are.
Okay.
Can we adjust my backstory? Because I don't think it really fits with the harpies since we're kind of not in that area.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. But everything else, like before getting captured, I
So
think is
you're
fine.
like an elf or something that went into seclusion to try to research things about like the storm and stuff.
Well, so was that? So are we gonna
throw it
officially
off?
start the round table thing?
Sure, yeah,
we're just talking about it right now.
So my dude is a, I think he's 500-year-old elf or 530. I have to look it up. I think it's 500 on the dot.
He's old as fuck. Got it.
Yeah, and he was around before the big war happened, and when that happened, he just went into hiding. And before that, he was like a scholar, and he was researching different magics. He's a universalist wizard, so you're just researching how all magic, like the generalities in it. And then that shit happened, and he just quit. And he lived for like 400 more years, and everything was bad, and he's a hermit, and everything is, being destroyed. And he's like, you know what?
Still fucked.
I should try to do something about this. I'm gonna die soon anyways. So his outlook is that he's done nothing since the storm. That's why he's a lowish level compared to his age. And he's gonna start adventuring with what he can remember. And he finds his old spell book from when he was researching things. And he gathered some equipment, and now he is ready to go. And I'm not sure how to place him at that city yet, but that's what my concept is.
So, you were a hermit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to place him at that city, the northernmost reaches of this continent, they are less explored.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would have been easier for you to have built your little hermit hut out there, where you knew it was harder for people to get to you. So this is like the major city of this region, and it kind of pulls in all the villages and everything. It's like the main like trafficked area. So that would explain why you were there, because if you were looking for where to go or what was going on, that would be the closest place for you to figure those things out.
Yeah. Oh, and I also, I'm a seer elf.
Okay.
I don't want to wear like traditional elf shit because there's hardly any seer elves. So I wear like plain clothes like on purpose.
Okay.
So I'm pretty ragged up.
Nice. You look like a hermit.
Yeah, I look like a hermit. But like in my little hut, I have some of my old clothes and shit, but I can't wear it out, you know?
You guys are worried about it? All
Yeah.
right. Reed, please introduce your new character concept.
Okay, so my character is Jean Baptiste.
What a name.
He's a versatile human rogue, born in the distant north, in a small, isolated village. When he was young, his village was attacked by creatures from the Underdark. He was taken away as a slave. After years of working as a slave, he finally was able to concoct an escape plan with some of his fellow slaves, which is where he learned Orcish, Dwarven, and all other sorts of customs and cultures, as well as various religions. As they were making their escape, he heard a voice in his mind that told him to take a different path. He abandoned his allies and found himself in a ritual room, where he was then instructed to remove some sort of object. I'll let you decide all that stuff.
Sure.
The second seed.
The second seed. He also has his hands wrapped. He's a monk now.
Jesus Christ!
Uh,
It's again.
For some reason, the term lion, dandelion comes to his mind.
As he took the object and lured the denizens of this foul place, which caused his allies to be slaughtered as they were escaping, he had to trek out through the waste, always trying to stay one step ahead of those pursuing him, trying to return the item of some power.
Okay.
What kind
You're a
It's a
rogue?
rogue.
Yes.
Okay.
What kind? Are you gonna be like a ranged rogue or like
Yeah.
a stabby rogue?
A ranged rogue.
I would
Okay.
be a stabby rogue, honestly.
Okay, that'll work because
I'll figure out something for the item.
I'm
I'm
thinking
trying
of
to figure out
halfling.
what the fuck you would have
halfling
grabbed.
rogue.
And why you would have grabbed it. Did you believe in any kind of a god?
So from talking to all these people and from seeing them use people for various occult rituals, I came to obviously believe there's something powerful out there, and
But
so
you don't know what it is.
I'm not sure who the god is yet.
What is your
It's
your
Lamast.
neutral
Neutral
chaotic?
good. Neutral good.
Your neutral good. Okay.
So it's just good.
Yeah.
That
Just
gives
good.
me a couple different things that I could possibly make as the god. Okay. All right. Anything else for you?
Now I'm in the city ready to party up.
So you've
What,
been,
what
you've
Is that
been-
your voice?
No.
Are you thinking of human or?
He said
Huh?
versatile human, but I think you said you were an orc or something, a half orc earlier.
He
didn't you?
learned-
No, he learned orc.
No, I learned customs from the other slaves
I
there,
see.
the
Okay.
orcs,
But you are
dwarves.
human.
So you have adopted ancestry is what you're selling?
No.
Or saying? Oh, okay.
That just
He
language.
just knows languages.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he just has more than one intelligence. So
Yeah.
he can get a language.
So you had to have languages.
Oh, that's the other thing
So-
about me. I have like 6.
Nice.
So
Goodberry has a bunch.
You have made your
Nice.
way further south
But they're all like monster languages.
from where you started, kind of living however you could, stealing when you had to, working when you could, that kind
Yes.
of thing, until you made it to this town. And I would assume that you're kind of here. One, you're trying to find a place to kind of secure this item, and to make it to where the people that are hunting you. can't hunt
I have
you
been
anymore.
instructed to destroy this, and I have no clue how.
Okay, so you're trying to like safeguard it until
I'm
you
also
can
a
learn how to
hobbit.
destroy it. And it's
the
over
item
for
is a
some
ring.
reason.
I also have adopted ancestry halfling.
So you've come here for a couple of different reasons. You know that this is like the major city here, and
Mhm.
so you know that if you're going to find any kind of information on how to destroy some kind of ancient artifact, this would probably be the place to do it. And on top of that, you're also trying to kind of hide from the people that you ran from,
I
because
was
they
gonna
were
say-
definitely sending people after you.
I was gonna say, if you want, since there already are drow being revived, we can say that they were like a secret drow encampment.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can be
That's
whatever.
exactly what they're going to be.
Sounds good.
Okay, Christian.
The original concept was it's a half orc champion. I might
Oh,
have to
that's right,
change
you
it up
were
a
the half
little.
orc.
Yeah, I was the half orc champion. I might have to change up the weapons and stuff a little bit if we're not gonna have a lot of melee people, because the redeemer, or not the
Magic
redeemer,
missile
the-
works from melee.
Ooh. But the
I shoved 24 missiles of force down his throat.
I guess ninth level magic missile.
despite whatever
Force push.
well, right now it's a half orc champion, like the Redeemer champion. His kind of the concept was originally he was like a criminal.
Mhm.
Oh, I
and
was a
he-
criminal too.
Oh, nice. See,
Criminals,
yeah.
yay.
I would
And,
have
I'd
there.
probably still be a criminal.
He was a criminal originally, and he ran around with the wrong crowd. He hung out with like other
wrong
half orc
crowds.
tribes, and basically like while the half orc tribes went into a city and like pillaged and ransacked it, my guy came in with them and like, oh, you know what, like I'm gonna steal some shit while everything's going down. So I built like a little bit of a like reputation with some of the other half orcs. They didn't like me, but I was like, you know what, whatever. They didn't really like dislike me, and we went to one city, and I was hanging out with some crew mac half orcs who praise Gorham, and they were like starting some
Not all
war.
of them do.
They were starting some war as they do.
There's
And I was
also
like,
full orcs in that clan too.
Oh yeah. So I was hanging out with some of them, and I was like, "You guys do your thing. I'm gonna go and And they were basically like warring with the kingdom, and originally they were on the side of the king, they were on the side of the resistance, fighting against the king, and then as the fight kind of leaned more towards the resistance side, the crew mags were like, you know what, this war isn't fun anymore, and they switched sides, and they started killing the resistance. I wasn't a resistance member at all, but they were like, hey, he's on the other side. So the crew max, they slaughtered me. The next thing I know, I was revived in, is it Chalet or
Shalene, I think
Shalene?
it is.
I was revived in a church of Shalene, and it's all these beautiful like stained glass windows and adorned with all this art, and just that, like the act of me being resurrected in like this place of beauty kind of made me, you know what, it's not about the people I was hanging out with. It was just like war and pillage and steal, and that's not what he wants to be anymore. So we kind of went through this redemption arc, if you will. And so now he's kind of going out to try to redeem others, and he prefers to talk to people instead of like fight them. But if push comes to shove, he's got to do what he has to do.
You would have not gotten along with Gronar.
Well, so originally,
No.
the thing is, it's more
And he's a crewmate.
he understands like that not everyone can be redeemed, but he's still gonna try.
Yeah.
And he's not necessarily gonna fight you. He's gonna constantly like, look, man, come on, like.
He's gonna do
Look,
top no jutsu.
yeah, exactly. He's like, look,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
where you were. I was robbing, I was stealing. I've
30
done.
Rashingans later.
I've done unspeakable acts too. Like, I'm right there with you, man. But you know what? Like, there's a better way. There's a better way. So he would have constantly been like, no, Gronar, like, there's a better way.
So the crew mag horde was fighting a lot in what they call the wastelands, which is close to kind of this area.
Right.
So it would make sense if you were resurrected in one of these villages nearby this major city, and then had your whole redemption and everything happen in this northern part of the continent. In that, now that you're a full-fledged paladin, you
Champion.
now.
Paladin's not a thing.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
It's a champion.
my bad.
There's a paladin.
Like a arc or
yeah,
or
but
whatever it's called.
instead of like
Define the
redemption
paladin though
one
as a
instead of
cleric.
that.
It's what Gronar is.
yeah.
So, now that you're fully fledged as a champion, you've gone out into the world to try to help people redeem themselves. And as such, one of the major hubs of the area would be a place that would present a lot of unfortunate souls for you to try to help redeem.
Yeah, that sounds good. Hanging out with rogues, and those just like, dude, there's a better way, man. Like, we don't have to just. I was stealing shit. I'm right there with you. I was stealing shit too.
Look, man, I know you just shanked that guy.
I
but you
concur.
probably
A
shouldn't
little
do it
arcana
anymore.
can solve this.
Yeah, and sometimes some of that criminality kind of like, hey, you know what, like. It happens, So I still have, like
Sometimes
pretty good
shit
stealth
happens.
and pretty good like thievery, and sometimes like if I gotta steal something, it's like,
If it's for the greater good.
you know what, like I don't like doing.
There's a
this,
better
but-
way.
There's a better
Crap.
way. There's a better way, but like it's gonna be way.
There's a better way. Shank.
There's a better way.
Not for you, though.
No. It's like there's a better. Oh, let's just steal it now. Hey, you know what?
Since we're level 8, I'm a master in Arcana, so I have a master's in Arcana.
Nice. Are we level
Wait,
8?
are we
You're
level
welcome.
You will be level 8.
Okay.
Or sorry, I was saying level 7, but yeah, level 8
will be
still have
level
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of his.
Okay.
The weapon and stuff. I might have to change that up if we're not gonna be. I can still do.
Well, you can.
So-
It's still
yeah.
useful if you protect me from getting hit and stuff like that.
Yeah, but a lot of my things
And the
is
rogues
like
are
I
gonna
have
be
to
up
be.
Pretty sure I'm gonna be up front.
Well, this rogue will be if
Yeah,
he does a rogue.
if he's like a stabby rogue, that'll work.
Yeah.
Because my
Hey,
main.
Jeffrey, is that what you're leaning towards?
I'm trying to lean towards probably a halfling thief.
Okay.
Well, we can't all be ranged, right? So
Yeah,
we
we
need
can.
someone
No,
who
no,
has.
no,
Oh, we
no,
totally
no, no,
can.
no. You guys can all be whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want.
What are you talking about? We can.
But I
all
mean,
get-
it would be hard to manage if we're all.
No, we're just Robin Hood and
might
just
be,
merry men.
But it could also be like, oh, we sneak up and we all have bows and we all fucking
Fair
have our
enough.
turn beforehand and we just fill them full of
I
arrows and
am
run away.
actually
Now-
an expert in stealth.
There's
Yeah.
something I saw while I was playing in the beta for New World.
Uh-huh.
There was a full team of people who use muskets.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They just ran
fucking all
around.
kneel and shit.
Yeah,
fucking
for
boom, and
PvP.
whoever hits dies.
And it was for PvP, and I was like, I'll try out PvP. I ran out, they shot me, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I don't want to
you
do
ran into
PvP
a firing
Yeah.
squad.
Yeah,
Why
that's
didn't
exactly
you-
what it
Why
is.
didn't you join the team or the server that we're on, dog?
Because I'm already in a full server already.
Yeah, I mean
That's not
ours
an
is
issue.
it's normally like a 30-minute wait because we joined. Yeah, but see, you joined a streamer server, so you're
I know,
extra.
that's
fucked.
the issue, because I'm
That's-
using it for streaming.
Well, see, we specifically chose one that wasn't because when
Yeah.
we played the beta, we joined one that had a streamer in it, and it had over an hour-long wait time in the fucking beta.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
Guys,
we
we gotta-
realized that you were fucked.
So you're not allowed to stream
And like,
from
dude,
a
when,
non-streamer server.
when Nassim told me that, when
You
Nassim
can,
told me
but
that, all I did was
you
laugh, and I was like, dude,
It's
Jeffrey's
an
not
asshole
playing the
move.
game.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
said-
you don't want to do that.
I told Nassim that you weren't actually playing the game, you were playing Waiting Simulator.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and Jeff,
So-
you can have two different characters.
Yeah, I saw that,
But you
but
just
I
wouldn't be
already.
able to stream
I
if
need
you
to.
play
I
with
need to
them.
go see the DMs from Nassim because I already forgot the world name
Yeah.
for it. But yeah.
I mean,
It's the new
we've
one.
been running. We started running PvP like level 15.
Because,
level 13 is when we started PvP, and it was me, Brandon, and Nassim, right? And we're fucking running around like first light or some shit. And dude, we were running into people that are like level like 20, 25. And we're just fucking them, man, dude. We were destroying everyone, just rolling them.
Well, like, okay,
What
and
level are
what
you?
I don't have a problem with that, right, is because if you go into like the world selection screen, right,
Mhm.
there's like a sub-world part of that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which means that as soon as like the population starts dropping, they'll start combining servers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's why I was trying to see.
Ours is something Omega.
if yours was the same as the one that
I
I was
doubt
in,
it.
but it's not.
Yeah.
So that's the unfortunate part about it.
How far have you gotten? What level are you? Because I assume that you haven't played as much as I have since you have to wait so long.
25.
Okay, you're close to where I am. Have you done the first dungeon?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just did it today.
Yeah, we
Nice.
ran that dungeon like 4 times yesterday. We 3-manned it.
I pretty much
3
only
times.
like play in the mornings because that's the only time where there's no queue. But yeah.
Well, see, I don't get home until the afternoon, so
Yeah, and after that I just work.
that's
so
fair. Yeah, we 3-manned it because we didn't want to pull anyone else into our party at first. And that final boss fight where you just keep summoning ads, it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
We were kiting everything. Brandon had the boss, I had all the ads, Nassim was trying to get the ads off of me so that I could heal everyone as we ran in circles.
that's fair.
But we killed it.
I'm running a tank build right now, so
That's what Nassim's running, except he's not.
yeah, I know.
See, Nassim was like,
It's-
"I'm gonna tank," and I was like, "All right, bro, you tank." And
It's-
he was like, "How
He's
do I
talking
tank?"
about
And I was like,
just
"What do
It's
you mean?"
having
Nassim.
armor, bro.
I was like,
Nassim knows
I
how
was
to
like,
play DPS.
What do you? I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't tank." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't have any like taunting abilities,
Yeah.
do you?" And he's like, "No." And I start looking through like sword and shit. I'm like, "Bro, you got like 2 different taunting abilities, but all you need to do is like slot this gym." And he's like, "Oh, I don't have a gym slot." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? I'm trying
Yeah.
to heal." Like I've slotted in like so many gyms to reduce less threat, and the fight starts, and I fucking heal once, and everything stops fighting them and looks at me and is like, "We gotta fuck you up now, bitch." And so I'm spending most of the time running and being like, "You guys got him yet? You got him yet? Nope. All right, keep going."
Now, okay, so, but I have a question about like the world that we're in right now in order to establish like a background for
For a Pathfinder?
my character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because what I'm thinking right now is a halfling thief, right?
Okay.
The thief set from the rogue, I mean.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to make him as part relevant to the actual like major
Campaign.
conflict, right?
Okay.
Is to see like is there like something major out there for him to steal? Because he's just going to be like
There is.
His-
yeah.
his major thing is just that he's going to. I
What-
don't remember
why-
what it's
why
called.
is he trying to
it's
steal?
a
Is he-
kleptomaniac, right?
Is he trying to steal to like get rich, or is he trying to steal to prove that he can like do it, or what?
He's trying to steal it because he's a collector.
I see. So he's trying to like collect whatever it is.
Yeah, like a kleptomaniac.
Okay.
Someone who
I can
has
work
an
that in.
impulsive stealing
I
thing.
can work that in.
But I still need to think about the extra stuff about that
Aggression.
because I really
Read triple shot.
I really did forget
Does-
about
would
what
that
I
make
wanted to
a
do
double action,
about
triple
that.
action?
I was trying to do an archer rogue like Reed was, but he's already filling that role.
So
You could do
Which-
another one.
so
Which, no, to me, that means that you're going to take that position and I want to hit up front. I don't want everybody in the back. I want to be in the front.
We could all be ranged.
so then you're gonna be a halfling
Yeah.
thief who his main motivation is to steal. And you don't necessarily know what you want to steal until you kind of see it, right? But you know you're trying to
I
like
want to say, like, yeah,
Get
he's
the
heard
biggest
rumors
sword.
of
Yeah.
this certain very powerful item that's been in possession of
You-
the bad guys.
You've heard of several different
target.
ones.
Okay, we'll say it like
Each
that.
in different areas, and that's part of the reason that you're in the north right now is to pick up rumors
Yeah,
and
so
things like
double
that
shot's a 2 action.
about
This
those things.
says
You can fire
Um,
multiple.
you can add an additional action, so
You-
that means it would be 3 actions.
You
for a
know
triple
that
shot.
there seems to be
You can
one
make the
very
attack against
powerful
the
artifact
same-
located somewhere in this north from the rumors that you've heard,
Okay.
but you're not
You
like
can
you haven't
use-
heard enough to
you can
really
add an additional
locate
action
it.
to double shot.
I also want to say, like,
to
like
then yeah,
his main
Yeah.
thing that he's
yeah. So it's all three
found a lot of
actions.
pleasure in
Yeah.
finding is artifacts that relate back to the
3
elves
strikes and
in
Okay.
particular.
Ooh,
Okay.
which ones?
So
All
with
of
triple
them.
Oh,
shot,
okay. I'm
But-
a third of those.
I wanna say
you can
that-
use
So
double
then-
shot
I want to
against
say the
the
dark
target
ones
against
just
the same
because
target.
those are like
Like the
a
dark
major
Alternatively,
thing
you can add
that
a
happened in the
third
world.
action
Yeah.
So
to use double
kind of
shot.
like
It doesn't say alternatively.
kind of like he's
But
a
So
Give me
if
an
you
alternative.
still use,
My people
let's say you have
fucking
triple
left
shot.
me.
So I used double shot, but I
Yeah,
used
I know.
triple
You
shot. So
know
it's
the
actually-
fish at the
Exactly.
beginning
There's
of
two in the same
fucking
guy.
What you call it, where they
Hitchhiker's Guide to
say,
the Galaxy,
well,
where the
welcome
dolphins
to-
and shit
welcome-
fly out of the sea.
thanks
That's
for
what
the
my people
fish.
did.
Yeah, so you can add
So-
an additional action to make.
yeah,
three
you
of them
definitely
two.
The
penalty is -4.
you,
All
you,
attacks
you're definitely here to pick up
attack
rumors and
penalty,
things like that to
but
try
the
to
penalty
figure out
does
hey,
increase
where
your
might these
after
things
you've
be.
made all of them. That's
And I'll probably give you like a couple.
Yeah, it's like,
different
why
ones
do I
that
care
you
that
can
my.
write
I
down.
guess I feel like a reaction
two
would
per
still have
continent
you
kind of
multiple
thing.
attack
Yeah.
penalty, wouldn't
Or
it?
you could try to like
Not all, no, normally no.
get
Oh,
some
well, then
pieces or
I
some
don't know
different
why that-
artifacts
That's why I'm
may be
thinking
useful
about, like-
to you, might not be, but it would at least
I
fill
guess
the
if maybe
urge that you have.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe a fighter
Because-
has an action that gives them like an extra.
even though
attack.
he's got
Maybe.
like this
You can make
this
like a
big
fourth
goal,
one
he's
later
still
or
going to just steal
Yeah,
stuff
and
because
so
just to steal stuff.
that, that
Yeah.
fourth attack
Yeah.
would
Triple
have.
shot, you can.
In his
So then the
possession, he has
So, yeah, it would be
several
three, yeah.
and all
forks
three at
from
-4
different restaurants that he's been
instead
to.
of-
And he knows where what each fork from each restaurant
Or
is.
Exactly.
use two
Don't
actions
ask where they
to
come
strike
from,
the
though.
same
So
target
then it
twice.
seems like the group will be consistent of a halfling rogue
Mm-hmm.
who likes to steal a lot and sometimes just randomly steals random shit. A seer elf that is trying to masquerade himself as not an elf and trying to combat the storm and whatever this is coming from.
That's
whatever this is.
Mason, right?
Kind of masquerade, but I'm not going to put effort into it like the Starfinder one. I'm just going to wear a hood.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
got my big ass Pathfinder
Yeah.
elf ears and shit, you know?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you're putting in
Yeah.
at least a little bit of effort to not appear. As
Yeah, I don't want to
because
stand
you-
out from a distance because
Uh,
I decide, or I prefer
we'll
to
have-
keep a distance.
There'll be another human rogue. Well, there'll be another rogue, a human one, who will be more like a rogue archer.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be your character, Reed.
Is there a thieves' cant in this one? I didn't get to
believe
see
there
it.
is.
Yo, we get
but
to
I'm not
speak in our own
100%
language
sure. Sure. Reed, I kind of forgot your motivation. What's your
There's also
motivation again?
druidic in this game. If you teach someone who's not a druid.
So my motivation is I'm currently running from the slavers who enslaved me,
That's right.
while also trying to
Destroy that
Yeah.
item.
keep
Yeah.
this artifact that
It's
I'm trying to
cool.
figure out
Yeah.
which god it's going to be. Some god instructed me
So
get this artifact away from them.
there's going to be some interaction between both of you.
Yeah.
Because you've heard rumors about someone carrying around a very powerful artifact, and that's part of what brought you to this place.
Mm-hmm.
And you've tracked it down to knowing that it's going to be Reed's character that has it,
Yes.
and you're trying to steal it from him, or at least figure out more about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
Steal
Also,
a fork.
reasons criminal is the god's basically just like, I don't care how you do it, get it the fuck out of here.
Christian, your character is kind of brought into this group, at least
Oh,
in
mine's
part,
just like a Walmart
because of
thief.
this kleptomaniac
Mhm.
halfling rogue that just steals random forks from people sometimes, and you are constantly
Look,
trying
There's a
to
better way.
like show him the light of your
Like,
god.
I get it. Like I steal things all the time.
No,
You
he's
know?
right. You could have done 35 other moves.
Brainiac over here.
35 different.
There were 35 better ways to do that.
I'd like not to think of them as stealing, more
So
like
Mason,
me just
your
finding
character and Goodberry
a.
will have some
whatchamacallit?
overlap in interests because you're both trying to figure out and discover more things about the storm.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how all you guys will be brought together in this city. I'm thinking that the setting that you guys will be brought together in is going to be in a more seedy like part of the town, since most of you guys seem to be revolving around that, and since some of you guys seem to not want to be noticed as much as others, the seedier part of town is where you're going to be less noticed.
Yeah.
Maybe like an inn or something of that nature, or possibly even a temple because you're trying to break that thing. But so that's kind of where I'll start you guys at. I'm not going to specifically state why you guys are following each other, that you guys are a group or anything. I kind of figure that's more y'all's responsibility, but you guys do have reasons to try to follow each other around.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it can work out if you guys want it to.
If it also helps, I do have discreet inquiry, so.
Yeah. So you're like you've been discreet. I think both of you guys do.
Yeah.
So you've both been like
Probably.
discreetly inquiring
Are
about
you-
different things.
You're a thief? Or
He's also a
what-
thief.
What's
Thief.
your archetype? It's also thief?
It's thief archer.
Yeah, okay. Mine just.
You can be a thief archer too.
I don't want to be a thief archer. I want to be a thief stab.
It's-
You can be a thief assassin.
All imagining is like,
I was going to
like
try to-
Reed,
I
your
was-
character
I was-
walks up to someone and is like, hey, do you know where I can destroy an artifact? They're like, oh, I've heard maybe the temple. You're like, thanks. And then fucking Jeff's character walks up and is like, hey, have you heard of anyone who has artifacts? I'm like, oh yeah, the guy that just passed by, he has one.
Oh, perfect. Pulls out a knife. Approaches.
So in the game, there's going to be a time skip
Okay.
of, I'm going to say at least 3 months, because it's going to take Dr. Goodberry that long to get over there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because just of how far it is to travel on land, and I'm sure she's going to be doing other activities while it's happening.
Other research stuff.
Yes, and during these 3 months, you guys do know, it's common knowledge, and the knowledge has spread in these 3 months, that the Dwarven city has fallen, and
Yeah,
that
I assume
now
so.
a group of odd individuals rules there. They seem to be ruled by a dwarf still, but he's weird. And there's lightning all over the place for some reason inside the mountain now. We don't really know why.
Sounds good.
Ah, yes, the Thunderdome.
Yeah, that's what they call it now. Along with that,
I
there seems
actually
to
just
be
revised
a
my-
tower coming out from the top of the mountain, built out of what seems to be a massive tree, and from this tree, weird like demons are being spewed out from it
Okay. I was
that
gonna.
have like descended down the mountain and have started to like attack the villages nearby, destroying them and killing all the humans in them.
So
Just the
question.
humans?
I mean, pretty much everyone that's in there, but it's mostly humans.
Okay, fair enough.
So
Human and human variants.
I get.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to pick the better option.
Okay.
So I'll ask you. So then second level, I get to pick an oath.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like Fiend's Bane Oath,
Mm-hmm.
which my stuff is better against fiends.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Shining Oath, which my stuff does better against undead.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Slayer Oath, better against dragons. I think.
So
And
you're
then
trying
the
to figure out which
Vengeance
one you should choose.
The Vengeance one is to hunt down wicked evildoers and bring them to judgment. So that might be what I end up as.
Most things
But
that you will be
would-
fighting would be evil, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some of them might be undead, some of them might be fiends or demons, some of
Okay.
them might be other creatures, but for the most part, they're all going to be evil.
Right. Yeah. I figured the evil thing. The only thing is the Vengeful Oath.
I mean, yeah, all those things were
it
evil.
doesn't
That'd
does
be fun.
necessarily.
Facts.
I can use lay on hands to damage a creature you witness harming an innocent, or
Oh,
a good
that's how
ally
it works.
as if it was undead.
Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
not
So that one's
innocent.
not really like great.
I would say if you do the fiend or I would say there's probably going to be less undead as we move forward, just due to the scaling of the
Okay.
undead. The undead don't scale very well.
So probably more fiends.
So
than...
I would imagine more fiends in the future
Mhm.
than undead.
Okay.
But that also kind of depends on, like, for example, if you run into Gronar,
Mm-hmm.
he is considered a form of undead.
Right. Yeah, that's what I figured. He
You
was
know.
undead.
So like any of the Grave Knights are also considered undead.
Mhm.
They're
I
like
prefer not.
they're like one of like the higher tier undead.
You don't get
Right.
to speak.
But more of like the fiends and the demons are going to be like the more level appropriate type enemies. So you
Okay.
might run into those a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'll do the Fiend's Bane.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about demons a lot, would there be any bonus to knowing Abyssal.
Maybe.
Okay.
You're
I
a
mean-
what? A champion, right?
I mean, all that
Yeah.
I was really doing was kind of setting the stages for what's happened the last couple months based on what you guys have done.
rogue or
Fair.
fighter, and I wasn't sure. That might actually change around for the next time that we arrive, but for now, I think I'm very much leaning towards doing the
I think you
halfling
should.
thing.
In my
I think you
opinion-
should stick with what you're leaning towards
Mhm.
right now and just roll with it.
Yeah, but as far
Might as
as
well.
like being a thief goes, that might change. But I do want to stay halfling
As
rogue
in, like,
and
not
still.
stealing things, or as in, like, you might
I
take,
still,
like,
I would still
the
want to
other-
get the artifact in order to
Okay,
gain
but you
power.
might not be the thief like subtype.
Yeah.
You
Right.
might be like a ruffian or
Yeah.
whatever the other one is.
That's what I'm.
Jeff, in my opinion, don't
There's
be fighter
two
unless you
more
want to learn the
also.
combo system.
Oh, is there a whole thing to it?
Yeah, you know flourishes and
Yeah.
finishers and starters.
And openers.
shit.
Yeah.
You're
Right,
only
then,
like
yeah.
a good fighter if you have a plan for those things.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise, you just have a lot of armor.
That works for you because you know combos, but
Yeah.
because you press buttons all the time.
So-
I don't.
So yeah, just let me
I
know.
play Gatlings only.
Yeah.
Send me y'all's character sheets, please, before the next session. That
Yes.
way I have an idea.
I'll
But you
try to
will all
work
be
on that
level
today.
8. That way, I can look it over, make sure you guys level them up properly, and make sure that we haven't missed any skills or anything like that. And then we'll start the new fresh group, well, fresh for the most part, next session, and we'll be in the much further northern reaches. This area is closer to where the storms start, so the storms are significantly more powerful here, to the point where like they can destroy villages and stuff like that. So that is something you guys might, it's gonna be a little bit different than when you guys were way in the south. The only other thing I can think of, I guess, continuing on with the whole like what's happened in the past couple of months. So after the Thunderdome was established, right?
Okay.
Demons
Of course.
started to come out from the top of the mountain,
Mhm.
out of what seems to be a massive tree spire going up into the skies. Those demons at first, they seemed to just rampage about, randomly destroying villages all across the land. And then after about a month of that, they seemed to form into a cohesive unit, and they started to wage war against humans, like the human empire. And so the continent is basically split in half now, with demons controlling half of it and humans controlling the other half.
Is that common knowledge?
That has become common knowledge.
Okay.
Um,
Did I see it happen, or was it before that? Within the last 500 years?
this happened within the last 3 months.
Oh, I see.
I was given a recap from. I said it would take you guys like 3 months.
Oh, I get you. I get you.
So this is what's happening in the in-between time.
Okay.
That's common knowledge.
bad.
that
Okay, so
everyone
the
would know.
Thunderdome,
Yep, and the
rose
tree
up,
spire,
tree
demons coming out of
spire,
it,
mhm.
demons wrecking,
the
destroying,
surrounding
killing.
villages.
Then after about a month of them doing that, they seemed to be formed into an army, and they followed someone that they called a war maker, who is someone that rides around on like an ethereal black horse carrying a massive two-handed
I
greatsword.
think I know who it is.
He started the war with the human empire
Yeah.
in the name of his god, he says. And he has several like sub-commanders that wear bone armor, and that each lead like a section of his army, and they have been pushing humanity further and further back and killing them off. Humanity at this point is struggling to survive. And that's about the time frame that you guys would be coming into this world.
Okay.
Good shit.
Sounds good.
Sounds really bad, actually, but yeah.
Sounds really bad.
It's
Sounds
okay.
like humanity's fucked.
My people went through the same thing. I think it's fine if humans struggle for a little bit.
Just, pop over to a different dimension. It's all good.
Yeah. Just, dip.
Humans can't deal with it. It's fine. Oh, wait, I need to think of a new voice for my
I've
character.
met human wizards that knew Dimension Door.
Maybe I'll
They just
go
have to
with
learn
a
plane
southern
shift.
accent.
Or yeah, plane ship. Dimension Door is not bad.
So,
Dimension door?
you guys, because of the land bridge,
Yeah.
this cut-off portion of humanity has been able to hold its own because there's really not a whole lot of ways for these demons to really attack over here.
Mhm.
Eventually, they'll probably come over here. But until then, you guys have some freedom and some safety before you might be possibly overrun if the humans don't start winning. And that's pretty common knowledge, and people are very tense in the city and in the villages because they see a lot of their livelihood possibly being destroyed in the next couple of years if something doesn't happen. Along with this, you guys are close enough to know that several miles offshore, near where that like island or near where the like the land bridge is, there seems to be some kind of tower being constructed.
Okay.
You don't really know who's constructing it or why,
Mm-hmm.
but it's rather tall. You can see it from miles and miles away. Like, it's way the fuck out there in the ocean. And someone's, or a whole lot of someone's, are building a big fucking tower in the middle of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you do.
So that's
What
kind
did
of
they call that big ass tower in Oblivion in the middle of
The Oblivion
the
Tower?
White Tower.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
It
The
says
sea
this one
tower.
doesn't look like that.
That's the
Oh.
that's the thing that Pig was trying to prevent from
The White Tower,
Happening.
you asshole.
happening. No, the
He's
tower
trying to prevent
in
the tower.
the
Yeah.
ocean.
So,
There's a lot of ocean left. Why can't you give up a little space?
I don't know. Because they're threatening the the local shark population.
turning the sharks gay.
No,
I want to bring towers in the water. They turn the freaking sharks gay.
God damn it. So, what do you guys think?
I think it sounds cool.
I think that's fine, and I hope to see Pig as an NPC or a corpse on the side of the
I
map.
look forward to seeing the
I hope
continued
Randall's
destruction of this
alive, but who
world.
knows?
I want to see both of them at least. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You guys might run into Randall, because Randall has gained a very good sense of where danger is coming from, and so he would know
Goes
where
away
the
from
fuck
it.
to go away
He
from
tracks the previous party and then like goes the other
it. Yeah,
way.
he sits there and he's like,
He
yeah, they went
divides
that
it. He's
way.
like, alright, I'm going that way.
Randall's now an announcer in the Thunderdome.
Right?
Yeah.
He like talks to us.
Rock's
and
really
everything's
just
like,
just,
fuck.
just
More
finally
adventures.
realized his dream of just owning an arena.
You guys have heard also that there seem to be these odd assassins that can like shapeshift and like assume other people's forms.
Uh-oh.
That's what I want to be.
And that normally they're sent out to do whatever their dark bidding is from the Thunderdome.
Oh my god, you just gave me a great reason to use this cantrip. There's this cantrip called Sigil, which is useful for nothing except when there's people going around pretending to be your friends. So you go, hey, nice to meet you, rogue. Don't worry about that. You can't see it. It's magic, and I'll always sense it. And then another one comes up, I'm like, you ain't got the symbol.
See what?
That's funny.
Sigil, yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's on my spell list.
I have a feeling.
I was gonna say I have a lot
I got a
of
feeling what I know those
feats
assassins
for like
are.
occult stuff and occult investigation stuff. So
Do those assassins
Yeah.
also happen to have a pet bear?
You don't know anything about that.
All right, sounds good.
You've
What
ever
about-
seen Futurama?
Yeah.
That's what happened to the bear and the
dude, what about
Oh.
the mimics?
yeah.
That's what I'm
What do you
saying.
guys just talking about?
Actually,
They
to
got
be
Futurama,
fair,
bro.
Rock came back from
Mimics.
this.
Yeah, that's why they do his bidding.
Yeah. Fair enough. That makes
Bosco
sense.
is a war bear who hates pig. No.
All I'm saying is that it's very likely.
Also
actually.
fair
He's
enough.
a dire bear. Lich.
Dude, maybe Rock
Bosco
reunited.
hasn't grown far, like big enough yet to really be a threat.
Maybe Rock reunited Bosco with his mother.
Yeah.
And took his mother in.
Randall snuck in. He's like, all right, I think that was still fucked up. We're going to get you back. Watch out, there's demons now.
Yeah. Mind the demons.
Oh fuck!
I don't mind the demons. They're a feature now.
Oh shit.
They'll take care of you. It's okay.
So that's 9th level.
So
Everything's
for
fine.
next week, please generate, at least a general backstory. I
Yeah.
know, some of you guys kind of already have, and that's really all I kind of needed to kind of place you guys together. Just kind of a backstory, like a reasoning, and give me like a little bit of a motivation why you want to do or what you want to do. Not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be anything epic or big. Just something simple. It's fine. Just a reason for your character to be moving forward, and I can build on that and change that and work it in to make it have something to do with the storyline, and then just have your characters ready and be ready for next week. I imagine that next week will be no combat at all. It's kind of my assumption.
No.
That's what you think.
We're gonna
Yeah.
start
But
combat.
it's on site.
Hey,
We meet
look,
and
this
read.
guy's fucking selling some shitty potions. We fighting.
What? You don't let customers take your forks?
Hey, that guy's got the artifact that I'm looking for.
Hey, that guy tried to stab me. Shoot.
Hey, don't try to stab my ally. There's a better way.
Yeah.
And within
There's
5 minutes, the
10
party is
better
tearing itself apart.
He's
The,
right.
the
10 knives.
Half the reason why I chose it is just for this reaction for Glimpse of Redemption.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
It's so
What does it
great.
do?
So an enemy attacks your ally, and you're both are within 15 feet of you. Oh, it just attacks an ally. Hell yeah.
It damages an ally.
No, damages an ally. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Your
so-
foe hesitates under the weight of sin as visions of redemption play in their mind's eye. The foe must choose one of the options. The ally is unharmed by the triggering of damage, or the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. After the damage effect is applied, your enemy becomes enfeebled 2 until the end of your
Holy
next turn.
shit.
Yeah,
It's
so it's like,
hard.
you want to be
That-
enfeebled 2 with half damage, or do no damage?
That
Wait, how long does that resistance
so
last?
good.
It's a really
Until
cool ability.
You have to be
it's
handicapped?
just to that damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can do
Just
that
that
every
one.
reaction.
So you get
Oh,
three.
just do that
Just
damage.
that attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
reaction,
how
so
they
can only do it
tank
once
this
per
one,
round.
is by
Opposite
taking
of that
damage.
Oh,
is
that makes
what
sense.
the what Daru the Uniter is, where it's whenever you hurt him, he looks at you and he's like, think about what the fuck you just did. And it's
Yeah.
like either you don't do it or you take a lot of damage.
Yeah, so that Glimpse of
You didn't
Redemption, I was
mean
like, that's my next. Like, I already kind of wanted to do that, like, redemption kind of character,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's perfect. And then at level 8, I get a free shield block, too.
So
So we're our level 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I was
Nice.
like, oh shit. So they have quick block, which I can use. You can block with your shield instinctively. At the start of each of your turns, you gain an additional reaction, which I can only use to perform shield block.
Now the
That's
problem with
awesome.
that though is that means that you need to make sure that you use at least one of your actions on your
To
turn
raise the
To raise
shield.
to raise
yeah.
your shield. So you're going to be operating off of roughly a 2-turn economy.
No,
2 action.
because of my
Do you have a
lion.
free thing?
I have a lion shield.
Uh-huh.
The
A
lion
lion
head
head
shield.
shield.
When I use an action to raise shield, it also strikes.
I have a
Oh, so you
question.
can raise and
I
dash?
raise it, and the lion
And the
head
lion
bites.
goes,
Oh, that's
And
pretty
so
funny.
There's
I
a little
saw
mechanism
that.
on the back that's attached to the floor, so when you raise it, like the mouth goes like.
I
I was
saw that,
wanting
and
it
I
more to
was
be like
like-
a pull thing,
Oh,
like
yeah,
he pulls
too.
and like the neck comes out or something.
I think
and, like,
originally,
meh.
I like, dude, I can just do like a shield bash and like a
Uh-huh.
shield. Like I don't have a weapon, I just have the shield, and I was like, ooh, that lion thing is perfect
Yep.
for
Yeah.
just a shield,
Yep.
a shield character.
Well, especially if you're going to be raising the shield, because I mean, normally, right, you're going to raise your shield every turn. That way you get the extra defense or the extra AC, and then it automatically doesn't attack, which is fucking great. And then you could either close the distance or swing a sword or whatever if you didn't
Yeah.
want to like shield bash. Just figure out how much
I
damage
think
it does.
shield bash. I think it is 1d6, but then I can get like runes and stuff.
You just stick it in their eyes.
Mhm.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit, do we have access to the advanced player's guide for this?
Yes.
Okay, then I need to go check because
I
I,
have
don't
it-
know if I want to
think
solid
I-
make him.
I think
So-
I put the advanced player's
Make it
guide on the
cool.
Google Drive.
It is.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. maybe.
Jeff, if you want a little bit of help building your character, Path Builder 2E, it's an app for your phone.
Oh shit! What up?
It has all the fucking books on there.
Nice.
Okay.
But you can
So
also
we only
books
have
that we have.
yeah,
access
you
to-
can also
to-
tell, for instance, I can't be an Arrowmancer because we're not using Lost Omens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one like
Is
that
it- what
for
is it called?
spells and abilities.
Path Builder 2E.
Not sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sponsored. Also, you don't just use the free version unless you need animal companions. Then just use your paper.
Yeah.
There's a website called P2E Utils that has a similar filtering thing that I use for spells a lot,
Nice.
where you can pick it from books
Oh, I
and stuff.
remember
So
that,
if you
yeah.
ever get that, yeah.
Yeah, I was debating on whether or not to make him a cleric or like a war priest or a.
Yeah.
I think the
redeemer.
champion is.
I think I
is-
liked that.
The redeem is pretty
More
The,
cool.
the
fun.
redeem thing.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't. Like it's kind of like one. Hey,
You nice.
Nice.
Oh,
it was
I have a
an
question for you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one.
Oh, yeah.
So at ninth
Sorry.
level, I can get multi-talented. Should I get the ranger dedication for the archer build?
Yeah. Why not?
What does the ranger dedication give you?
I don't think it gives you anything the first time.
You
There's
become
also
trained. You
Yeah,
become
what-
trained in survival. If you're already trained in survival, you become
what
trained in
else?
another skill. You
I
become
don't
trained
think
in
it's
ranger class
really-
DC. You can use the hunt prey action. And then I can't select another dedication feat until I get 2 more feats in the ranger archetype.
I wouldn't. I don't think that's worth it because
Well, you get it for free because you're human, right? At 9th level, I think you get it for free as a human.
well, you can just choose like a different archetype.
Yeah, no. It's multi-talented. Because the only other one I could possibly do is probably
What does
incredible.
multi-talented specifically state?
You gain the second level multi-class dedication feat, even if you couldn't
It
normally
has to
take
be
another
a
dedication.
multi-class dedication feat though. It can't just be like a different dedication feat. Like you can't choose like archer or something.
No, it is a multi-class dedication feat.
Yeah, so you can get ranger, alchemist, whatever.
So
I
yeah,
would choose
Get
alchemist.
monk, fuck it. Like I did.
Yeah, get crushing
Yeah.
grab.
And then make myself a little bit weaker than I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly, because you could do that
I
as a
didn't
barbarian.
realize, I didn't read it.
Yeah, I kept at like when you told me that I was like, that's weird because like barbarians can do that.
I didn't read further
And then
on.
you like leveled up and I was like, so are you gonna get like the barbarian version of it? And you're like, what? It's like,
oh, you can also do all the all like the
Like
other
level 5.
weird ones like Magus, Investigator, and whatnot.
I if I were you, the way that I would do
Okay, because if
right,
we're doing
for
investigator, I'm gonna do
maximum
investigator.
for maximum damage.
Man, investigator with
Oh, as
Which
the
is like
as a
cut the
thief type,
maniac.
yeah, or as the rogue,
Because
yeah.
that's
you
what
can
I
do
was
that.
thinking about doing
Mhm.
if we had access to the
Yeah.
you're an investigator, but
So
also
what I would
cut
do
the
is I would do
maniac.
alchemist as my multi-class
Yeah.
dedication feat because you can do alchemist. and
It's
you can-
evidence, okay?
You can do it for
Oh, this is
poisons,
evidence.
and so you can make poisons. You can do the multi-class feat for the poisoner, and then get all the poison feats to be able to build poisons, and then apply the poisons to your arrows before combat, and then you would be able to do your triple attack with poisoned arrows, with stealth. So there's 3 sneak attacks, and then you can also apply debilitations since they're flat-footed once you get I think to level 10, and you can hit them with poison.
Yeah.
That was the ideal rogue ranger for me. It was poisons, debilitations, sneak attack.
Speaking of next
If you can hit with all
weekend,
that, you can do like
do we want to do
A fuck ton, just
board
a metric
games
fuck ton.
on another day other than Saturday as well, or?